right, episode 158 of the Blathering proper. I'm Cat Knapsack. We're live, and maybe you're watching on YouTube, maybe you're watching on Twitch, maybe you're watching on Facebook. I spent a lot of time on Facebook. I did go on there to check in on a friend of mine who was releasing an old web series that I started. My buddy Scott Tommaso had produced a series called Those Guys, and a lost episode's coming out. We made it about 15 years ago or more. You want to see some younger Kenny acting, including Kenny in underpants, you're going to want to check out Those Guys. I'll bring Scott on to talk about it. All right, here's the deal. I'm doing a show tonight. Everyone's checking in. Cameron Stewart's here. Addie's here. James Holmes is here. Big update for James Holmes coming in 2 seconds. Sean is here. Producer Steve's here. Remind you to vote in the Blather bracket. Sweet 16 was last week. Elite 8 coming. Fantastic 4 on the way. It's going to be fun. So, the deal tonight here, where is... there we go. I do have an actual timer for an hour. I wish I could switch that screen around. All right, doesn't matter. I do have an actual timer that I'm going to start. And once we start it, I got an hour because I got a show tonight. I actually got a stand-up show tonight, which is supposed to be normal, but just the last couple months have been a little crazy. The club kind of seemed to ignore me, and another club ignored me. It's been a time. It's been not the greatest start to 2025 for me, you, and everyone, but that's why we're here. So we are going to be hanging out with an hour of calls tonight. If you are a channel member or a Patreon supporter, that's how you get in here. You get the links, you call in, and not necessarily rapid-fire questions, but radio-style questions. Have a couple things for me. We'll banter. We'll chit-chat, patty-whack, give a dog a bone. But then if the calls are lined up, we move on. It'll be fun, and we'll have an hour to do this. I'm not gamifying it yet. But once I press that timer, we are going. Kingsport Cal says, I'm predictable. Thanks, Cal. I do want to update before he goes to Betty Bye. James Holmes is here. James, I'm happy to inform you that this morning I shipped out your signed, personalized copy of Why We Love Star Wars to you and your faraway location. And because of a slight switch and a dramatic new set of rules, thanks to tariffs and president, I don't know how it happened, but I actually was able to cut the shipping price by 50%, which was huge because it got out of triple digits. So, note to anyone in the world, if you're going to ship something to other countries right now, maybe consider not doing that. But James is set. He purchased that book, and we've been following along here. I was going to get it to him come hell or high water, and we did it at a reasonable price. It was okay. Happy to do it. All right, so that's got we're going. We're doing tonight. Cooper's here. Preparing for Star Wars trivia this evening. Watching an hour of calls. Yes, you are. Major Problems is here. Evan, ahoy, Smithers. It's been a journey with that book. All right, so we are about to begin because let's see. There we go. Boom! It is going. We've got the countdown has begun. We are going to start. I'll take a call with him here just because the setup's like that. Producer Steve's going to start us off here. Producer Steve, we'll check on your locks at another time. Welcome to the show. You're on the air. What's your boggle?
Thank you so much, Ken. Appreciate it. This is Producer Steve here on a mobile from Virginia. First time, long time. Yeah. So I wanted to know, Ken, what's your favorite Star Wars video game? And if there is a Star Wars video game on the horizon that you're excited about or things that you've heard of that you're most excited for. And sorry if you've answered this on Force Center like 30 times. But
no. And I apologize for thinking the media layout with calls would block you like it did off air.
I'm always camera ready, Ken.
Oh, there we go. But now, okay. All right. I'm just sorry, folks. I'm checking things. Now, Steve is. What's going on here tonight? Get yourself together, Ken. My favorite Star Wars video game. That's your question, Steve, right?
That's my question.
All right. I think it might be. Battlefront 2, the 2000. What is that now? 17 release. I do think that's the game. Now, I'm not counting classic stand-up arcade games A lot of fun. The original Star Wars one. I am not counting the Return of the Jedi one, which is a rare find, but you could find it. It was a fun side scroller in the arcade. There is the Shadows of the Empire, all the classics, Force Unleashed. I like parts of that. There's all that there. But I got to admit, it's Battlefront 2 because of both the really good job of capturing the fun and a little bit of the nostalgia of the first go around with Battlefronts. And then also, I love that story mission. And Iden Versio, as played by Janina Gavankar, is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. And I wish we had more content with her. But that's what I have, that and the follow-up. So there you go.
Now, Battlefront what was the story campaign is too short. I agree with you because that's a really good story. It's too bad that I feel like you can breeze through it in like 2 days.
And the writers of it have said publicly, Mitch Dwyer and others, that it was longer, but they had to cut it down.
That's such a bummer because it's good. They did a really good job. And I remember playing, so not Battlefront 2, but Battlefront 1 of the recreation, just being like, damn, this looks so good. That was one of those like, wow, oh my gosh, like we've taken a step forward as far as like how good video game graphics were because they crushed it. And Star Wars games are always really good about that. But
yeah, and the 2015 re-release had some great maps, classic stuff. My favorite thing was that little thing you could do like co-op. Local co-op. So my friend Jessica and I, she'd come over and we for hours, like we were in high school, we would just play co-op and try to get through the levels, eat some food, have a good time. I miss those kind of things in video games. So it was a good time.
Good stuff. Well, thank you so much, Ken. Right. I appreciate. I'll be around if you got any other radio-esque things to pull in. But I'll be here. But that's how you do it, folks. You get in, you land the plane, you get out. Let Ken do his thing.
Land that plane. There you go, Producer Steve. We'll bring it back. If we need other choices out there, Addy has Lego Star Wars. Love that. That's a great choice. David McKay, Galactic Battlegrounds. Obviously, I never played it, and I wanted to, David. I believe you and trust you on that one a lot. It always looked good. I do love the Star Wars Lego games until they got a little bit more complicated. Though that first batch, the prequel era one and the OT one, loved it. The last one that came out, I did get it. I completed it. And then I deleted it. It's not on my PS5 anymore. I have it. I'll play it again sometime at some point. Cooper says the pod racing games because I miss arcades. I do like those pod racing games. And I can't wait until we get a right proper one. Why is sorry everybody, my sound dropped out again. God bless it. I gotta check that. Oh no, here we go again. It's doing the thing. Hold on. What a night. Don't worry. What is that doing? Maybe it's this. All right, I'm going to stop. The timer's no longer shared. Sorry, everybody. I'm having this thing where it drops the audio on my side automatically because it thinks it's too loud. So that's not good. See? Oh, man. Stop that. Now, you guys can hear me. It's not a matter of here. It's the audio mix. I will be so low at different points. All right, I'm going to stop the timer. It's not Cal. It's not fair to Cal. We're going to have to fix this live on air. That is really disappointing. It shouldn't do that. This is a setting issue. I'll tell you what, Steve, I'm going to bring Steve. Steve, you're back on. You're co-hosting for a second. How you doing?
I'm good. Okay. Yeah, you do your thing. So
I'm gonna drop in and out. All right, folks. All right. There we go.
You good?
No, not good.
You need me to drive?
Just drive for a second.
Sure. All right, folks. So when you're in this situation on air, producer Steve went to journalism school, so I've been in these spots where you were kind of forced. This is called vamping in the business, where someone gives you the torch and say, "Hey," because back in the old days on rail radio, if you had dead air for too long, your radio station could actually get in trouble because you an alarm. Like we had one at my college station where if we had dead air for I think it was 8 seconds, we'd literally have an alarm go off and a red light, and you'd think the building was burning down because you just can't do that. There's rules to these things, folks. We have to have people are supposed to be able to turn the radio on. You're supposed to hear shit, whether it's content or ads. The machine must move. So
the machines must move. See, all right, see, it's doing it again. All right, so hold on, everybody.
If you're on a sports radio station, we've talked about this before. You always go to your go-to question is, should the steroids guys be allowed in the Hall of Fame? Because anyone can talk about that forever. Or if you just need to generally fix baseball, that's another good one too. Like how do we make baseball more fun? Luckily, Baseball has kind of done that for us in the last few years. We added some rule changes and things, and baseball's gotten a lot more fun. But yeah, steroid guys in baseball. And now we kind of have MJ versus LeBron. That's kind of like a fun one too. But then if you're not on sports radio, my go-to is always the condiment question. And I asked Ken, this is one of the first questions I think I ever called into Ken was, you have 5 condiments that you could have for the rest of your life. They can be dispensed out of your fingers, but you can never use any other condiments for the rest of your life. What 5 are you using? That's another great one.
That's how you won me over with that. Is the fact that the condiment question, those kind of questions, the questions I don't even think about. All right, this might be, we might just have to deal with this, and I'm going to have the worst audio version of my show released ever. It's just really unfortunate that it could be the fact that I updated my. Stephen, the problem is I updated my Google, my Chrome right before, and I think it may have messed the settings up.
Chrome is arrogant in that they think that it's okay to release like 6 different versions of Chrome every week. I'm a Firefox guy now, just because I'm a dirty ad block user. Yeah, and so you can still do that on Firefox, but Chrome pulled the plug on that party. So
yeah,
but StreamYard, you have to use Chrome because it doesn't play nice with other browsers. So you got to play the game.
Yes, StreamYard. All right, so I may have temporarily. Nope, I did not fix it. I actually made it worse.
So is it a ducking thing you got going on?
It's like a ducking. It's a natural ducking. Yeah, it's automatically.
Can you turn off all those check boxes in StreamYard? Is it a StreamYard thing, or you think it's a hardware thing?
It is a little of both, but it's because the Rode is somehow putting. It's basically I am putting the feed from the show is going into the Rode and out again where I usually block it. So it's thinking I'm too loud and it clips me.
Gotcha.
This ruined Force Center for a long while.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Until I figured out what the problem was. All right, we're just gonna have to roll with it here for a little bit. I apologize.
Update that Amazon wish list for the hardware you need.
It is. I have an update. There's some things on the wish list that might. My birthday's next week. I'm not saying anything. I haven't done a wish list in years. I haven't done a wish list list.
That was a sly plug though. That was good. Just throw the birthday in. That was good.
There we go. All right, Steve. You stay in here, Steve, because I might be. But so I'm going to start taking calls. We're going to get the timer back up and running because I will be late to the comedy show. All right, 55 minutes and counting. Jared, the time pilot, in next. Jared, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, hello.
Yeah. Oh, you're playing guitar.
Dead air. I was feeling it myself with a little.
You're doing a great job with that.
Yeah, I try my best.
All right.
So, whilst holding a guitar, thought to me, Ken, in all your years of radio, what was your favorite guitar solo you ever played on air? From a song, obviously.
A guitar solo, man. Seriously, I am so bad with those kind of details. I am not a guitar I was just hanging out at the comedy store last night with Mark Ellis and the gang and I saw Bill Maher after he left his show taping last night. He showed up at the comedy store dressed in the same thing he wore. Showed up with 2 women that collectively were younger than half his age. It was a weird night. But we were talking guitar stuff last night. We were talking Eddie Van Halen and G.E. Smith when Eddie Van Halen walked on Saturday Night Live. But I don't follow that kind of stuff. I don't know. Live forever. The Oasis. Noel breaks into it. Like maybe. I don't know. I'm so bad, so I'm going to flip it on you. What's your favorite guitar solo?
Oh, so many good ones, but one that I've always enjoyed listening to was Stevie Ray Vaughan's rendition of Voodoo Child live in Monaco, and it's like a 10-minute version, and my lord, the whole thing is just God mode.
Okay. What do you think about like the blues rock gods, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Kenny Wayne Shepherd? Are you as bored with them as I am?
Oh God, no. I love that.
Really?
Because as a guitar player, I know how hard it is to play that good, that slow.
Oh, it's great stuff. It's just I'm a 3 chords in the truth kind of guy, and so anytime like, oh dear God, my audio's dropping to the 30s. You got to be fucking kidding me. Anytime like Stevie Ray Vaughan goes on like an 11-minute solo, I'm like, get on with it. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what do we get to the point of the song? That's where I have to admit I go.
Oh God.
Did I break your heart, Jared?
Little
Steve,
bit.
am I breaking his heart?
No, I thought it was pretty funny. I was going to say mine was Dazed and Confused. Jimmy Page's solo in the middle of Dazed and Confused. But
I have an not hot take for most guitar players, but people who don't and just listen to music. It's a hot take. Jimmy Page is a terrible guitar player.
Wow, I don't know what to do with that. I'm fine. I'm
here.
fine with it. I'm fine with it. I don't have a problem with it.
Anybody can do stuff in a studio and literally take it a note at a time. Actually listen and watch his live performances.
Wow. Okay.
They're god awful.
Interesting. Also, what's interesting is I didn't fix the problem. I temporarily fixed the problem. What is going on? Sorry. All right. I'm told this might have been a mistake the show today. All right, Jared, this is a great question. You just picked the wrong rock DJ. I literally, like, if I had a Ted Nugent song, and that was before we really understood Ted Nugent, though I think Ted advertised it from the start who he was. That was my go down the street to Jack in the Box song. I put it on. I knew I had 11 minutes to get Jack in the Box and back.
Hey, you need that kind of timing in work sometimes, hence your 1 hour timer.
Yeah, absolutely. It's working. We're 51 minutes. All right, Jared, thank you for the call. I apologize to everyone for the distractions tonight. This is how my life is going. This is how 2025 has been for me. Jared, thank you. Look forward to thank you. I'll trust the force. Thank you. Steve, how many people? I hate when I break hearts. I'm a people pleaser. I want to make people happy. But when someone's like, "What's your favorite guitar solo?" I'm like, I couldn't even tell you. I don't even know. Like, honestly, it's what's her name? Emma Roberts from I think it's Emma Roberts from Last Dinner Party. Nothing Matters. That's my favorite guitar solo right now.
Well, I thought you did a good job of turning it on its head a little bit and just segue into like, well, here's why I don't have a good favorite guitar solo, but I kind of I just went for the cliche. Again, I've said this before: vanilla ice cream, potato chips. Jimmy, Led Zeppelin is pretty, basic bitch classic rock. So
yeah.
What are you gonna do? But that's what I like.
What are you gonna do about it?
I like Rolling Stones. It's just
right.
You're not letting anybody down, by the way, Ken. You're doing all good. We can hear you fine on the live stream, so I know the recording's bonked, but I just want you to know that we're all here. We're having fun. The chat's having a blast. It's all good, man. Just 55 minutes of fun.
55 minutes of fun. Thank you. It's just the problem is. One of the things that gets me upset at tech is when you enter an agreement with the tech. If I do this, you do that, tech. And when it stops, when the tech's like, new rules tonight, new engagement, I get really angry. I get really frustrated. If this wasn't a live stream, I think I would have thrown something by now. It's good that you're all here, Steve.
Well, here's what I'm going to do, Ken. I just started recording on my end locally, so we'll see how it sounds, and then maybe we can get 90% of a decent recording, because I'm just picking up your sound on my end, so we'll see what happens.
It's beautiful. JMB knows it. All right, we are. Telly Quinn says, as long as you don't say you don't like Ginger Baker's drumming. The nice thing is, Telly, I don't have a yay or an A, other than I do appreciate the classics in Ginger Baker's drumming. All right. Let's go. Addie's on the phone now. Dr. Addie here. Addie, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Ken. I've had a good 24 hours.
Okay. We'll take that because, you've had a tough run lately. You've had a tough run.
Yeah. I went to trivia last night. We came in third. It was a sham.
What was the sham about? What was the controversy?
The final question was a subjective question. Like, there was not necessarily a right or wrong answer to the question.
What was the question?
It was Gilmore Girls trivia.
Okay, I'm listening.
And the final question was to name 3 spaces that Lorelai physically and emotionally transformed throughout the course of the series.
What? Luke's coffee shop. Didn't they buy a house at some point?
That wasn't one of them.
The gazebo?
That wasn't. No, it was Luke's and the 2 inns.
Okay, the inn.
That's what they wanted. And
I don't like that at all.
Anything else?
That's a bullshit trivia answer. That's a bullshit trivia answer because you could she's an effervescent soul. You could say she transformed Rory's dorm room by just being a good mom. Like I don't like it's a poor question. Laserbolt is with you. Cooper's with you, and Joe Starr is my friend. Joe Starr is one of the biggest Gilmore Girl fans around. He's with you too, and I'll just assume it.
Yeah, so that was fun. It was fun though. It was fun. And then we went to a romantasy themed brunch this morning, and that was also fun.
Okay.
So,
okay. All right. Well, I've led you down a path, but I want to know what your question is. That's where I want it. I'm to blame for that.
I have two hopefully short things.
Okay.
The first is I would like an update of where you are in Reign of Empire: Mask of Fear.
I'm done. I finished this week so I can put it on the shelf and get rid of all my Star Wars books. Anyone want them? Let me know. I'm not selling them. I'm just shipping them out or donating them.
Quick thoughts?
Yeah. I did. I really love the book. I do think that it. I wish the focus had remained more on Bail, Mon, and Saw, and some of the supplemental characters were interesting and needed for the story, but I cared about them less. I just wanted to have Saw talking to everyone. But I really enjoyed the book.
Yes, and I had mentioned when I finished it, I loved the stuff with Bail at the end and Padme. Anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, but I am done. It's great. I love it, and I'm looking forward to the Rebecca Roanhorse and God, who is it? Is it Fran? Someone has got the next two. I'm excited for that.
Nice. Okay, so for you and producer Steve, because I'm really enjoying the banter tonight.
Yes.
In and out. Here we go. What's the best way to eat a potato?
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. I'll go mashed. I love a good baked potato, but I'll go mashed. Steve?
Okay.
This is an incredible question. I just want to say, Addie, thank you.
It's one of my favorite icebreaker questions, producer Steve.
Ooh, Cameron Stewart has a wild card. Hash browns. I like that.
That's a good one. Hash browns is a good one. I have to say French fries just because it's like a food group for me, and I gave up French fries for Lent, so I get to have French fries again in about a week. I haven't had any since Mardi Gras, so I'm counting down. I went to Outback again tonight just because the blooming onion kind of scratches the itch a little bit. So
just ding.
I have problems. But yeah, no, that's such a good question, Addie. That's again another great radio question. Way to nail the assignment, Addie. Just
Tully's got waffle fries. Coop's got fondant tates.
The hell is that?
I am not that classy. Baked potatoes, major problems. Roger, potato and onions. David McKay says I'm partial to lattice fries. That's is that like
the British version of waffle fries?
Yeah, is that waffle fries there, David? Underrated. My answer's still mashed potatoes. Scalloped potatoes from Sean.
Okay, I'm going to be vulnerable here for a moment.
Please, Steve, share. Open up your heart.
What is a scalloped potato?
Oh, like when they're like really thinly sliced and usually really cheesy.
Yeah,
and creamy.
Like a good side dish on a Thanksgiving, a holiday meal, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Maybe sometimes referred to as au gratin potatoes.
Okay, got it. Okay.
See, yep.
Folks, this is why you need to listen to this show, because you learn something every single time.
Yep.
I think this is a Midwest. I think this is a regional difference, producer Steve.
Yeah, that's fair.
In terms of just the names and the identifier. Yeah. That's always fascinating to me too. When it works like that. Yeah, that's a great choice. Scallop. The problem is, I think I cannot prepare them at home well enough. So I'll try. Like Trader Joe's will have like a frozen one you put in the oven. It's never as good. So I usually keep them for a restaurant, or if rare time I go to a family event for a holiday.
Yeah, I had really good hash at the brunch this morning, actually.
You had good hash or hash browns? Big difference. Laserbolt will tell you, big difference between hash and hash browns.
It was like, okay, they were potatoes, so I'm going to go with they were hash browns. But I think one of the people I was there with said that they were like Portuguese hash browns.
All right.
They were very good. But I think if I had to eat a potato one way for the rest of my life, it would be loaded and baked.
Loaded and baked. Loaded and baked. Loaded and baked.
Which is also something that some of our audience members might be able to tell me more about.
I'm just assuming.
I was going to say I had really good hash in Rome once, but it wasn't for breakfast. Hey.
I have never, I'm not a sampler of the chemicals.
Either am I. I'm a good little boy, Steve. I'm a good little boy.
No, I'm a good boy too. That was too easy. I thought we were having fun.
Anything that would hurt the Lord Jesus' soul. I don't do that at all, ever.
Well, and that was one of the crazy things about being in Rome. Just quickly, like when I was there, I'm not a religious person either, but walking around the Vatican on the tours and stuff, you're looking around, you're like, damn, like they are they onto something? I don't know. Is this just really good like marketing? I don't know. Like,
I think it's good marketing.
Like, you walk around, you're just they make you think like, I don't know. Is this the fear of God? Is that what that is? But
Brady's just saying it. Jesus definitely had some hash though. Jesus was a stoner, according to Brady. Mark it down. Addy, these are home run questions and calls. You nailed it. I am maybe going to have dinner at the comedy club tonight, and maybe I'll seek out a mashed potato. David has a good follow-up question, though. Steve, you weren't religious, but you're doing Lent.
Great question. So, I'm sorry. Please, Addy, I don't want to cut you off. If you have something
also not super religious, also observe Lent.
Yeah. Okay, both of you. I need an answer because I've never observed nothing.
I grew up Catholic.
I also grew up Catholic.
Yeah, see, it's the guilt. It's the Catholic guilt.
Real son of a bitch. But yeah, no, I grew up Catholic after school. I went to Catholic school back when Sister Margaret would still walk up and down the aisles with a yardstick while we were literally copying the Bible from the Bible onto a piece of paper. And I was playing on my OG Game Boy, and she found me, caught me, and I still remember the feeling of the wind on the back of my neck as the yardstick came down and hit me in the back of the neck, dropped my Game Boy, batteries fell out, lost the save on my Star Wars original trilogy Game Boy game.
Horrible.
So I remember being mad about that. But yeah, so that is the source of Catholic guilt and upbringing. But Lent for me is a health, like personal health thing every year. I give up French fries and give up soda and some other stuff just to like cleanse my body.
I like this.
For 40 days.
Also, like Cinder said, I'm observing people observing Lent. I get it. Like, Jesus, I just yelled out to Jesus. I thought I fixed the sound issue for 1 second. I was so excited. I get up and have a morning chat with God. I walk around the yard mumbling to myself, talking to God. I still observe things. I just don't, want to place at the organized, non-taxed church table. So I feel you, Steve. If you're using Lent as a way to get healthy, get clean, a little dry January type of situation later on, I respect that.
My cholesterol appreciates it. So
yeah, there you go. All right, perfect.
For me, Addy, I just can't shake it, and I still work at a Catholic institution. So
there you go. You gotta, you gotta play the game. You gotta play.
I don't consider it a game because I have plenty of colleagues who are not observing Lent. Like,
okay.
For me, it was how I was raised, and I'm sort of like you, Ken. I don't go to church. I'm not interested in the organized aspects of it, but I still have my beliefs.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I still believe. I believe in something. I believe, it's helped me. This year's been so bad. To get real, this year's been so bad, and for me and for the world, but just talking about my own journey. But every month, one thing has happened that I'd go, I don't know if it seems like a miracle, like a direct call and answer. It seems pretty good. So it's helped remind me that I'm here to fight the organized religion and the problems it's caused, but I'm not necessarily here to fight the deity behind it, if that makes sense.
Yep.
All right, Addy, good stuff. Home run calls. Thank you. 38 minutes left, Steve. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we get to some calls here? And will I focus 100% on this show?
God, absolutely, we can do it. Addy, thank you so much. I loved being on a call with Addy. That was amazing. Big fan.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
Addie too because she engages with me on Blue Sky and makes me feel like I'm not just like posting into the abyss. So thank you for that. Addie.
I've seen that. No, I have my days where I interact again, and then I have my days where I don't. So,
It's
you know, it
it's
is
a
what it
good
is.
refrain. Look, I'm one of those people that I genuinely think all of our lives would be better if we disconnected from social media. So I
I
think of
agree.
it like
Yeah.
gambling and other vices or like drinking, where it's like you
Mhm.
have to take it in moderation a
Right.
bit. I think if we really thought about it, and I know how lame that sounds, but I do think if we thought of social media a little bit more as a vice, we might be able to change a little bit of our associated behavior with it.
Sure.
Um, and
Yeah. I agree with
like
that.
assumptions about it a little bit. I think we rely on it so much as the town square. Sorry, I don't need to rant here. You need to get to calls. I'm going to shut up now. But you know what I mean.
37 minutes. 37 and a sound drop from 82 to 55. It's just maddening.
Look,
Okay.
man, your levels look fine on my side. So
There,
we'll see.
yeah, it's. I'm gonna let it go. Let it
Okay, man.
go. Let
37
it
minutes.
go.
37 minutes, and we're gonna have
37 minutes left. We
drawn
got
37 minutes.
Evan on the phone. Major problems. Can you put out the fire in my heart, Evan?
And I mean, depends on what's making a blaze today.
Uh, just everything.
Everything.
Tech.
I hear ya.
Tech. What's on your mind tonight? Hit us
All
with the
right.
big question.
Quick question for Ken and Steve. You can feel free to chime in too. Like
Mhm.
you know what I do for work. I ride the big red truck.
Yeah.
You get to ride the big red truck for me or with me for the day. What's the job you want and what's the job you don't want?
Steve, I have this answer, but I want you to start.
Okay, I'll go. When we say big red truck, I just want to be an idiot here. You mean a fire truck, right?
I'm talking about a fire truck.
Okay, yeah, just making sure. Okay, my sister-in-law is a fire truck, or is a fire is a
It's just a
That's
lot of
awesome.
fire truck. God damn it! I've had too many beers tonight. She's a firefighter as well, so she also rides the big red fire truck. Damn it, Ken. So yeah.
Yep.
All right. Luckily,
Okay.
yeah. Anyway,
All right. What part?
Stay on target.
driver. I'm the driver. I'm just always the
so far.
driver in every situation of every game,
Mm.
fictional scenario, and all of my
Mm.
with everything with all my friends. I'm always the driver.
Okay. So Evan, you'd have to. I think it would be the driver. But when anyone asks me what is the best sound in the world, the sound is a fire truck in America going through an intersection. Not the sirens, but the horn.
The horn. Yeah.
It is the greatest sound in the world. I love that sound. I used to love when we at the mall. Not for the people would be hurt or down, but we'd have to call 61s around the corner in Northridge, and you'd hear it down the street, and it was the sound of action coming, and it was just it's my favorite sound in the world. So Evan, can I squeeze the horn?
Absolutely. You can pull that chain.
It's a chain, right? It's a chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, just so you know, from the inside of the truck, that horn might as well be "Welcome to the Jungle."
Well, right, yeah, it's got to be. Does it send you? Does it get your adrenaline pumping?
We're going to work.
Yeah. Does it get your adrenaline pumping?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See, that's not, and my second favorite sound is police sirens are controlled by a little like toggle, so it's the doot, 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 when they're going through an intersection. And I just love that stuff. It's first responders blood stuff for me. It's why the Von Bondi's "Come On, Come On," the theme song for "Rescue Me," is the greatest theme song ever, because that's the sound of the horn going through an intersection.
I play it sometimes before I have to go to work.
Oh my God! Could you play it on the truck? On the rig?
We do have the. I don't know if we have an aux on it, but we could probably find it somewhere.
I think. Look, in the rest of the world, for those of you in the other parts of the world, I don't know if you have that through an intersection. You just have a boring. God bless you, rest of the world. We have the best sirens in the world. And Evan, I'd like to maybe run for city council and see if I can switch the sirens and horns to just the Von Bondi's "Come On, Come On" playing from a loudspeaker.
I think we can make that happen. I think there's a group of guys that will get behind you if you wanted to do that.
Yeah. Yes, Steve. Dreams are coming true today.
What kind of a take is this? We have the best sirens in the world. That is
yes. There's nothing. When I was in Paris, every 2 minutes, you'd hear a and it was like some unmarked undercover blue light police car. Now, granted, I was there during the riots, the retirement riots. That was fascinating fun. And, same in London. Like, what is that? We've got...
That's not Welcome to the Jungle.
It's not Welcome to the Jungle.
That's like elevator music.
The rest of the world lives in order, and we live in chaos. That's why. I have a question. Quickly.
Yes.
Do you have a good story of being in the fire truck and there being like an idiot driver in front of you, just like not getting out of the way, or just like anything like that?
Literally any day I've ever worked ever in my life.
Every day. I just saw it today. I saw it today for an RA coming down. I don't know if you guys call them in LA. An ambulance is an RA, a rescue ambulance, and an RA was coming down the street, and like no one was stopping or pulling over. Evan, how many times do you guys just let's just nudge them?
Yeah, yes, that's exactly the question. Yeah, how many times you give them a little love bump, just like get the hell out of the way?
It's a very common thing in the fire service that the police usually arrive there first, and they love to park directly in front of the fire, and sometimes we have to move the police car with the fire truck.
I love the rivalry between cops and firefighters. It's the greatest thing because it totally exists. It totally exists, and everyone loves firefighters. The NWA didn't write the song after firefighters.
Nope, definitely
not.
True. But
yeah.
I've advocated for many years that we should just have a box of like paperback books in the cab that we can just huck out the window. And I'm not a big fan of destroying books, but maybe like old books, maybe like Art of the Deal, like a paperback copy of
Art of the Deal. Perfect.
Phone books.
One of the greatest moments in my public safety career, I was down in 3rd and Fairfax. I forget the firehouse that was there. Maybe that was 61s. I think that was 61s, and 72s was Northridge. And 61s, we call 60. Yeah, it was 61s. And the 61s comes down the street, and it's an engine ladder battalion. They're coming down, and I go in the middle of Fairfax like Truman Show, like Jim Carrey and Truman Show, and I just stop every car in L.A. at noon. I just stopped them all and made them all pull over so I can get the engines in. Evan, I'm not saying I'm a hero.
You split the Red Sea.
I did.
Those guys know it. They appreciated it.
They do. No. I was friends with the fire captains, and a lot of them would come over to me when I was in Northridge, and they'd say, "Look, you guys are the best security department of getting us on property and getting us to the scene." So I train my guys. That's one thing we got to do right. Evan, that was one question. Did you have another question? I took over because I love sirens.
It was what would you want to do and what you didn't want? What a job you wouldn't want?
What I wouldn't want to do if I was on the fire truck? I don't know, man. That's a good question. I see. That's when I don't want to be the driver, because usually the drivers would just stay at the truck. But then that at least is what I would observe.
Then you're managing. You're probably managing the pump. You're managing the PSI and the water load. So there's
boring.
You're doing.
I'm good with that. Stuff. No, I'm good with that.
See, that's important. Boring. I want to run in with an axe.
Logistics are important, man.
You're forcing entry. I like it. All right, I'm taking up enough of your guys' time.
29 minutes left. Evan, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Steve, thank you. Steve, do you not agree that we have the best sirens in the world? And even if they're chasing Cal?
This is whoa! What the hell did Cal do?
Cal said because he said in chat, sirens aren't great if you're running from them. I get that, Cal.
He's not wrong. No, it's just one of those American exceptionalism things I've never thought of.
Yes,
like we're even gonna beat our chest about our sirens. Like everyone outside just must
America. Fuck yeah.
But you are right about the typical EU siren sound.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is a great. You could totally write a bit on that, because that's so true.
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just make one up tonight.
They really do have. Everyone has the same. Outside of the U.S., they all have the same.
Oh, I want to know. I'd love to know if there's another country.
Nonchalant. Like it's very hey, get out of the way if you can.
It's polite. It's polite. It's the one thing I don't think that needs to be polite on law enforcement and fire departments. It's the one thing I don't think needs to be polite. Get the F out the way. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Priorities indeed. You guys are great. We got 28 minutes left here on the counter. We got Cameron Stewart on the phone next. You're here with me and producer Steve hanging out on a live call edition of the Blathering that has been off the rails from the beginning. Cameron, how are you? What's on your mind?
I'm absolutely loving this. I'm calling in quick from the gym, just stepped out, and you guys have been making me cackle, which is making it very difficult, but it's awesome.
I love that.
What was our gym rep like tonight? Like, throw me through the routine real quick.
What were you doing?
Oh, today's legs, which I hate,
leg day.
and it hurts.
Leg day.
But so I'm hamstring curling face down on the little thing and trying not to spit all over the pad because I don't know, the fire truck sister-in-law. I don't know. That was hilarious.
Look,
Steve, I'm laughing at your expense on that one.
Listen, I had the big Fosters at dinner. Okay, I came home.
Oh,
the wife did bedtime so that I could do the show. So she's a saint.
So look at this. Steve's making me feel guilty.
No, don't feel guilty.
He's making me feel guilty. You made my wife work. Is what he says.
And it's I'm doing the show half shot in the bag, so I called my sister-in-law a fire truck. That's
awesome. Leg day for Cameron. Leg day, Cameron. What's on your mind?
My question was, Ken, I know you've mentioned that you like to pump iron when you work out. What is your favorite lift to do? And I guess for anyone else, Steve, anyone in the chat, favorite lift, exercise, whatever, just, you have to do it. What are you going to?
Yeah, I incline bench, but free weights. And I got to go low now as you get older. Like, there's no point in, like, I'm going to, at 80-pound dumbbells. I got 20. I don't want to rip up my shoulders. You know what I mean? Like, work is work. My friend who was a bodybuilder, pro wrestler, is like, work is work. 10 pounds, 100 pounds. You got to know your body. But I just like the incline bench because it's a glory muscle, Cameron. And I'm all, as they said on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I'm all about the glory muscles.
There you go. I respect
Steve?
it.
The glory muscles. No, I'm a squats guy.
Squats are good. I can't do
squats. Listen, hey, and squats won my team a Super Bowl. So
that's true. That's true. Squats, I cannot do deadlifts though. That will immediately break my spine. That is, last time I tried deadlifts, and I'm talking with like 20-pound dumbbells. Couldn't walk for like 2 weeks. It was beginning of last year, 2024. I was in bed off and on for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and Andrew Fink, just I wanted to notice that real quick. In the chat, people actually drink Foster's. Yeah, it was $6.99. Man, like, what do you want me to do? All right, shit isn't cheap anymore, but a big beer for $6.99 is not bad.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right, Cameron, that's a great call. We got 25 minutes left. What are you going to do? Are you heading back in? You heading back in? What's the next exercise? All right.
I don't know. Yeah? I got to figure that out.
Tell you what, if we're in your ears, if you got us in your headphones, go grab that incline. Yeah, I am. Grab that incline and get on there. Burn those glory muscles, baby.
All right. All for the glory muscles, Ken.
There
and fire trucks.
Cameron Stewart checking in. Steve, we got 24 minutes left. And this has just been, we're going to meet. This might have to be every Saturday, or we have to do this again. All right. You ready for the next one, Steve?
Let's do it. What we got?
All right. 8984M, a.k.a. Brady, a.k.a. Kyrie. Hi, buddy. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
24 minutes left.
24 minutes. It feels like you're rushing through an airport, you know?
Though I'll say this. I'll say this for anyone else out there. Tonight's the night to call in. If you haven't called in before, but you're a channel member, James Holmes gifted 10 channel memberships at the top of the show, or join Patreon at patreon.com/KynApps because no other calls are queued up.
Thank you.
We could have repeats too. If you called in once and you want to get back in here, you got a question, you want to do a siren sound, now's your time. But all right, Brady, what's on your mind?
Yeah, I've just been really jealous of everyone going to the Star Wars Celebration.
Okay.
Putting me in the mood of like air travel, especially long flights. So I was wondering, you've been on a long flight, right?
Longest was straight shot to London for me.
London.
Eight-ish hours, 9 hours, something like that.
9 hours? Yeah, that's a long flight. So my question is what song do you put on to put you in the travel mood? What do you bring? What do you order on the the flight attendants? What do you order? What kind of drink?
Order on the flight attendants? What video are you watching? What category of new porn did you click?
I'm not the only one tonight. Yes.
What's your strategy for avoiding jet lag?
I never really dealt with jet lag, even in London. I got to tell you, I don't know. It would have been different, I'm sure, if I went to Tokyo. But London was pretty easy. We landed, took the train out about an hour to the Excel Center. We were staying on that permanently moored yacht by the Excel Center in that part of London. That was it. Me, Joseph, and Sarah went walking and had dinner, and I slept well that night. And I don't really experience jet lag, or haven't yet, because I'm not going to get cocky and say that a 17-hour flight to Australia or something wouldn't F me up. So I don't have the take your shoes off or anything like that. But in terms of what do I do on a plane, if it's like a 2-hour flight, I'm gonna head up to Seattle. I might get a beverage. I don't like to use the facilities on the plane. Not my favorite thing to do. And as you get older, that bladder doesn't hold the line as much as you want. So I usually try to avoid maybe just water. But I'll do a rum and diet. I'll do a Jack and Coke too. I'm a drinker on the plane only because I like it. I just love flying and coming out of New York last year or 2 years ago now. The worst turbulence I had ever experienced, but I had just poured my Jack and Coke.
Oh no!
And it was weird. I had it on the table and I just slid for 20 minutes with a smile on my face and a Jack and Coke with my hand on top of it while the flight attendant had to sit down because it was such bad turbulence. So that's that. Food-wise, I try to avoid the food. I don't bring anything on the plane. I was one time on a flight to New York. Someone across me brought salmon on the goddamn plane. Salmon, Brady. Fish. On the goddamn plane. They got it at the cafeteria, boarded, opened up, unwrapped right after takeoff. Hot salmon on a plane. Steve, have you ever experienced such a thing?
That's a cardinal sin. You can't do fish on an enclosed. Come on, people. Have some. There's a social contract.
Yeah.
There is a social contract. 21 minutes left. So anyways, what are some of your tips, Brady? What do you drink? I want to know what your flights are like.
Okay, so I'm speaking as someone who has motion sickness.
Okay.
So I can't do alcohol because it's probably gonna it's not a good idea. You're in an enclosed space. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. But for me, I do take like motion sickness meds, and the one benefit they have is that they make you sleepy. So that's my strategy. That's my substitute.
Sleep.
Sleep. Basically sleep. Just sleep, and then you time it so that when you land, you're going to be awake and you won't have jet lag.
Yeah, well, and I got to tell you, that's probably one of the reasons I didn't have that much of a problem going to London. As we left like 5:00 our time out of LAX, and I was able to get to sleep. I kind of woke up landing in London, and it was good.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
Jerry the Cannon Junkie's here says, I typically drink before I get on the plane. What's fascinating about that is Jerry's a pilot. He's not. All right, 19 minutes left. Did we answer all your questions?
I have one more question.
All right, you got it.
What's the song that you listen to get you in the mood for a flight?
What's the song? It depends, man. Did I just leave like a happy trip? Then I want to have some happy music. Is it contemplative? If I'm flying out of New York, I do try to put a live at Carnegie Hall version of New York by Ryan Adams. It depends, but I do mostly listen to music. I don't watch a lot of movies. Very rarely will I watch a movie or anything on the plane. I just usually bring my iPhone out and listen to music for the entire flight.
Yeah. I remember when I was on a 6-hour flight, I listened to all of Mr. Morale, and that's like the Kendrick album where he just talks about his feelings. And
wonderful.
I'm
gonna act like I know what that is. No, wonderful. Yeah, wonderful.
That was a very contemplative flight. Yeah, I thought about a lot of things.
I love it. It's been a while, and Mark and I are doing a lot of traveling this year. I miss airports and miss flying. So we'll get there soon enough.
I hope
Brady,
you get to experience like a 17-hour flight one day.
I do want to get to New Zealand and Australia, so I'm going to have to.
Yeah, and get to Japan, get the 10-hour, 11-hour flight.
I do. I am okay missing Star Wars Celebration this year, but I'm seeing a lot of beautiful shots of Tokyo, and I really want to experience that one day. So
jealous.
Everyone's having fun up there.
Yeah.
I woke up Alex this morning, his time. I made sure I counted the time right. So it was 9 a.m. his time. I just sent him a text that said, "Good morning, sweetie." And he was up. We timed it perfectly.
Hey, nice.
There we go. Brady, home run. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, there we go. Brady, 17 minutes left. Do you want to call on the show? You have a chance. So we'll get to some, we got, Larry is lurking down below. Oh, I didn't see that. I just scrolled down the whole time. Maybe he's been waiting here. Producer Steve, are you ready to be on the air with Kingsport Kyle?
Oh man, this is a privilege. No, I'm back. Yeah, sorry, I had to step away there during some of Brady's call there. I apologize, Brady.
You had to get another Foster's.
Well, that and also my dog. Well, no, not another Foster's. We only had Foster's at Outback, but my dog was barking at the door. I had to let him out. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's there you go. All right, welcome to the show. We got 17 minutes flat left. Kingsport Kyle, you're on the air.
What's going on, Ken? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm very happy that you're here. I really am happy that you're here.
I got 17 minutes. I'm just kidding. Anyway, this is a great concept, Ken. I figured as much when I seen the 60 minutes of calls. I was like, he's going to pull out a timer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
going to put it on the screen next time. I just last minute sat down. I realized I should have a timer up. Okay, but you're burning your time.
I know I'm burning my time. The timer on screen shows intensity. You see what I'm saying?
It does. We'd like to gamify things. All right. 16 minutes, 27 seconds left. Cal, what's your question?
Well. Oh yeah, and hi to Steve, by the way. Smooth face, no more. But what was the point of that anyway? Why'd you shave anyway?
Because sometimes you just have to reset and let everything kind of grow back. Sometimes you go to shave and you totally screw up and cut a whole giant hole in the beard, and then you have to totally start over.
The mistakes. I hate the mistakes.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I think I fixed it. I think I fixed the sound. No,
you sound great.
Oh, God damn it. It
didn't.
Ken, with the sound thing, I'm glad that this happened when I'm actually watching it, because I do listen to the podcast at work. So yeah.
Okay. What's your question, Cal? Cal, what's your question for me?
My question is this, and Steve, you can answer whatever. Now, in life, we always get injuries on our bodies. Sometimes we have open wounds and all that stuff. We cover them with bandages and all that.
Lacerations, abrasions.
Abrasions. Okay. Now, the thing I hate the most about getting injured is taking a shower. You have to take a shower. You have to take a shower with that injury.
Okay.
And you want to expose the injury to someone.
To clean the wound, to clean the open wound.
I'm not just talking about cleaning the open wound when it happens. I'm talking about it's shower time, baby. And you got to get in there. And as soon as that water hits that wound.
Oh, it's going to hurt?
Terrible. Yes.
Okay, like a sunburn? Okay.
I don't know. I've never been sunburned.
Okay, 14 minutes left. What is the specific question? And I have a follow-up to you, though, now. How many open wounds do you regularly have?
Not that many, but no. When let's say you cut your hand, in my line of work, sometimes I cut my hand, I cut different parts of my body.
Okay.
And usually, yes, I take care of it there, address it, what have you. But then shower time comes, man. As soon as that water hits, it stings. Is what I'm saying.
It stings. I hear what you're saying.
It hurts. It hurts a lot. Now, if you have a huge wound, I'm talking about minor cuts. Ken,
a huge wound. Okay.
I remember to give you obviously you have no idea what I'm talking about.
I do. I've been injured before in my life, Steve or Cal, whoever you are. I've been injured. I once as a kid got so sunburned that the back of my legs crusted.
That sounds great. That sounds fun. Now, how was that?
Imagine the showers. Yeah, imagine the showers, Cal. It hurt. All right, you've taken up 5 minutes. What is your
That's the question. Well, I guess let's stop the question.
Okay,
well, here's the question then. What was the latest shower injury? This injury that you had that
it's the shower. It's the shower going to take tonight over the open wound of this call. That's what's going to be, Cal.
Oh well, kid, you restricted me to one thing. That's the one thing I can come up with. Okay.
Oh, okay. So hold on. I say, Cal, I want one question from you, and you think like this. You're on your couch, and you take one of the devil's lettuce, and you're like, open wounds, open wounds,
open wounds, son, open wounds. America's an open wound. How about that?
America is an open wound, and Cal, you and I, Cal, what? You and I are going to lead the country forward. You and I coming together.
I don't know about that.
We're going to change the world, Cal. You and I are going to go on a tour. Ken and Cal change the world, and you and I are just going to sit on stage having these conversations, talking about the real issues, and we're going to change the world, Cal.
I don't know, Ken. I don't think the world is ready for the combination of me and you to do that. I don't think they can handle it because you would actually make sense and I would not. And then it would not connect.
Okay.
But anyway, but open wounds and showering is a big deal.
Okay. You have 12 minutes left, Cal. You're done.
Get me out here, but it's a big deal. It's a real deal. And everybody knows what the hell I'm talking about. I'm serious.
Everyone knows. Okay. I'm going to hang up on you, Cal, but I'm going to ask Steve to answer his open wounds question.
Right. I want to know this.
You're gone. Okay. Producer Steve, have you ever showered with an open wound?
I'm a human being that's survived to adulthood, so yes, I have. Okay. I have showered with an open wound.
I love it. Okay,
it's not fun, especially when the soap and all that gets on you. No, that's the thing to worry about when you have an open wound is swimming in the ocean. That's when I get scared of having an open wound.
Well,
a bandaged thing.
I could solve that. I could solve that problem, Steve. As someone who grew up a mile from the beach, the Pacific Ocean, don't go in the ocean. Trust me. Yeah, don't go in the ocean. All right, next call. We got 11 minutes left. Calling in from New York with his wonderful New York accent is Sean McCabe. Sean, how you doing, buddy? What's your question for us here on this crazy night?
Doing good, Ken. Always a pleasure, brother. My question for you is, I'm a big pet peeve guy when it comes to like uniforms and military lingo and all that being accurate in movies.
Gotcha.
Is there like one movie that you can think of that it was just so egregious it really just pulled you out of it?
In terms of like uniforms and stuff, oof, no. But I'll tell you where I go, having worked in the public safety and been around the firefighters and the police and all that kind of stuff. I really don't like when I get taken out quick when the radio procedures aren't right, or when I can tell a shot has been like the TV show Chips back in the 70s, 80s was famous for this. And it doesn't matter to the show or the story, but they'd be on the 118 freeway, and then the next shot they'd be on the 10. That is literally physically impossible. It does not connect.
Absolutely. Another egregious error like that would be that movie Knowing with Nick Cage.
Tom Berenger's beard in Gettysburg says major problems, and I don't disagree with that at all. It's beautiful. Okay, yeah, I got you. Knowing?
Yeah. He's coming down from Boston and ends up going over the Brooklyn Bridge into Manhattan. Like the physics doesn't work there, man.
But I'll have to think about the uniform stuff because I probably don't pay attention as much. But it's the other thing, and it's the, or if there's a LAPD officer that uses 10 codes, I'm like that. I was like, no, the sheriff's department uses 10 codes. LAPD uses their own radio codes, and so stuff like that. And then everyone in the room's like, "Shut up, Ken," and I just go, "Okay."
I love watching like 911 and The Rookie and all those shows and seeing how these specific units go everywhere in LA.
Yes,
everywhere. Like they do it all.
Yes, indeed. Wonderful question, Sean. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
All the best, pal.
All right, Sean, we got 8 minutes left in the 60 minutes of call. And Steve, we're going to bring on Jerry, the lubricator. What? I can't get your username here. Where is it? Oh, Jerry, Jerry, the lubricated pilot. Jerry, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey, yeah, no, I'm doing pretty good, Ken. It's good to be here. You know, I got my my spiked Arnold Palmer right here. I gotta, hurry up and get a little. Gotta get ready. I gotta calm those nerves. I gotta take an Airbus A320 from O'Hare to a municipal airport in Bald Knob, Arkansas.
You landed.
2 hours.
You landed. You just landed where you want to land it.
Yeah, the municipal airports. I mean, hey, listen, those Airbuses. They took up quite a bit of room, but I think I can shave down some of the pine trees in Bald Knob, Arkansas, and
Love
just
this.
make it a little more balder.
Look! All you got to do is aim for that 40. Eisenhower built those freeways to land planes if we needed to go to war inside our own country. So just find the 40 freeway.
Hey, that's right. That's right. Listen, we'll land. Possibly on the landing gear. It's fine. I don't know. I'm pretty good at bringing them into a slide and stop, honestly. So.
You just got to turn left, land, and turn left. Everything's good.
Yeah, we're good. We're just pivot. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Jerry, one question for you. Then I want to take your question. We have 7 minutes left on 60 minutes of calls. Jerry, how many open wound showers have you taken?
Probably a few. I can't remember any off the top of my head, but actually I can, but I just don't want to talk about it. It was just not a fun time. It's a long story. There's a lot that who hasn't had a scrape that is who hasn't just like had the hot spray on your open wound.
Yeah. Look, man, it's like if Khaled said
hot shower or cold shower, though, do you choose?
Well, that's the key.
Wound? That's the true question.
That's the key. You got to wrap it in saran wrap and cold shower that shit. If it was a laceration or an abrasion, but he went to open wound, which makes me think of the great Dana Carvey sketch that's oft forgot in his SNL canon, Head Wound Harry. So that's what I think of.
Okay, Head Wound Harry. I'm honestly not familiar with Head Wound Harry.
Okay, do yourself a favor tonight.
I'll have to do my due diligence. Yes.
Put the kid to bed. Put the kid to bed if it's your weekend, and just Google YouTube Head Wound Harry.
Right. Yeah, will do. Okay.
Okay. What's your question, Jerry?
My question for you. So So I was playing the fabulous Rockstar Games game, LA Noire tonight. Just a little bit. Just replaying. I haven't played it in a little while. It got me thinking about just like good classic noir films. I just want to know, what's your favorite noir film? Do you have a favorite noir film?
Yes. Attack of the Clones, Star Wars.
Attack of the Clones. That is a good answer. Very good answer.
Yeah,
that is a very good noir film. Yeah, I got Obi-Wan on the beat. I like it.
Obi-Wan's on the beat. Got a downer. Here's the thing. I love the style. I love them. I couldn't, Maltese Falcon. I'm going to start throwing out classics. But I love sitting down to them, studied some in film school. I love the style, love the vibes. My favorite film noir piece of content, and I hate to use that word, but I'm using it, is probably the Kelsey Grammer SNL sketch where he talks about getting a suit and a burrito.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. That sounds.
You got a lot of SNL work to do tonight.
I got a lot of homework, and that's okay. Because listen, if I want to. I don't know if I want to be a good pilot. I think it's important to watch all the SNL deep cuts.
You should.
So I'm going to do my best to get back on it. I mean, it's been kind of a week for noir for me because I don't know if you've been watching the new Evan Goldberg Seth Rogen show. No, the studio. They just did a noir episode this week. They did a noir episode this week that was pretty fantastic, and so
I am planning to check that show. Though the next season of Hacks did just start, and I'm still 2 or 3 episodes behind on Righteous Gemstones. So options in town here. Great question starter. Chinatown, Blade Runner, Brick, Dick Tracy.
Brick is incredible.
Yeah. All right. Great stuff. Steve, do you have a favorite noir film?
Does Fargo count?
I'll leave it up to the judges.
Noir?
Jerry?
You know what? I honestly, murder mystery, but I don't know. I think it would. I think it would.
I'll leave it to the film students.
I'm not like a huge.
Let
I'm not a
the
huge
chat
noir
battle it
fan.
out. I'm only a drunk pilot. So
old Handsaw, aka one of the greatest musicians ever, and his work on the Moonagers is stellar. Says dead men don't wear plaid. So there's an answer too.
Okay.
I love it. Okay.
All right.
Jerry, we have 3 minutes left, so I got a call to get to. This has been a home run of a call. Thank you for answering the beacon of calling in. And hey, take a shot and get on that plane. All right.
Hey, hell yeah! We'll see you later. I'm gonna pilot that thing straight into the pocket. The pocket. That's what we call it. We call it right in the pocket. Okay. All right.
Hit that pocket.
All
Jerry,
right.
the
Later.
lubricated pilot. Check out the Bombad cast. He's got the helm this week as Scotty is landing in Japan soon. All right. We got Steve. How you doing? We got one more. We got one return call. I saw Addie in there, but I think she's gone. So we're going to bring Jared back on here. For those that are just joining here tonight, we're doing 60 minutes of calls, though there was an audio. There still is the audio issue that I'm having a problem with. I'm ready to scream at this computer. But let's, how you doing, Steve?
I'm doing good. Let's finish strong here. That was great. That was an honor to be on, by the way, on the call with Jerry. Just Jerry, if you're still here, huge fan. Yep. Thank you for all that you do. I love listening to the Bombad cast and all the stuff that you and Scotty do. So huge fan and looking forward to everything you guys keep doing. So thank you so much.
There we go. I love it. All right. We got 2 minutes left, 2 minutes, 23 seconds. Jared coming back on.
Perfect amount of time to yell at Steve. Yes,
what
Steve.
What the hell did I do now?
So here's the thing. I am not at all a man that enjoys countries as a thing in general. The whole idea just makes my brain hurt. I could care less about patriotism and stuff like that. But there are 2 times where it's USA, these colors don't run, motherfucker. And that is our sirens in the Olympics. You don't mess with our sirens.
And often they are combined. Often there's a lot of sirens at the Olympics.
As I said before, my sister-in-law is a fire truck, so I obviously respect our emergency services and all of our heroes who do. No, but really though, I get it. But I didn't. This is a great radio topic. Who the fuck thinks about? Sorry, Ken, if that gets you demonetized. Who the hell thinks about what their siren quality and sounds are? But but yeah, that's another great thing for us to pat ourselves on the back about. Yeah. Sure, we don't have healthcare or education standards, but damn it, we have good sirens.
But that's why. But you just answered the reason, Steve. We don't have good healthcare, so we need our fire trucks to get there fast, and we don't have highly educated people, so we need to be very loud to let them know to get out of the way. You just proved my point. Why we have the best sirens. Why we need to have the best sirens.
Mic drop.
I stand corrected. I was wrong. This is what makes. Hey, folks, this is what, you're looking for strong male role models, be able to tell when you're wrong and say that you're wrong. I was wrong. I apologize. Our sirens are better than everybody else. America first. You can all kick rocks.
Steve's getting it. Just took one episode of 60 minutes of calls. Jared, great stuff. We are rounding down here. All right. Thanks, buddy. All right. Counting it down. All right. Let's see. Cal, you got one more question. Cal, you got 30 seconds to ask one more question. 30 seconds. That's one more question, Cal.
30 seconds? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I got a question for you. I remember you saying, Ken, did somebody in your friend group ask you if I was an actual real person?
No.
Okay, I remember one point in time you say that
10 seconds.
Asked me if I was real.
Is that your question?
That is my question.
You got called up to heaven. Look at that.
I didn't call for anything. I got called to your show.
And you had one chance to talk to God, and you ask him, did anyone say it was fake?
God was in Phipps Bend on June 14th the other day.
Okay. All right. Cal, anyway, thank you. All right. He's out. Done. Steve, we did it. I don't know if you all heard that timer, but my timer went off. We've got 1 hour in the books, 1 hour plus. I still got time to get to the comedy club. How did it go, Steve? You producer Steve, did we hit a home run tonight?
You hit a home run, Ken. You nailed it. You fought through adversity as you always do. We love having you here. Thank you for putting this show together a la on the fly. Yeah. And I hope you killed at Flappers tonight, man.
It's going to be fun. Jimmy Brogan on the show tonight. A lot of good stuff. 7:30 start if you're all local and want to come out. Thanks to anyone who showed up to watch Concepts of a Plan last night in Boston. You guys are the best. Steve, thanks for hanging with us, getting through it. We'll see you all Monday. Well, I'm on the Wangers Monday. I don't know if I'm going to do a show Monday here because I still have some scripts due, which I'm thankful for. Stay tuned. Monday will be but definitely next Thursday. Blather bracket. We're down to the Elite 8. Gonna be a lot of fun. We'll see you then. Bye.